Hi guys, hope you guys are doing great. So today's topic of discussion is intensity versus consistency. And so that is a dilemma which many of us face. And intensity can be in exercise, workout, or even in the nutrition plan, that how intense and strict our plan should be versus how consistent it should be. So many of us feel that it has to be very high on intensity, whether we are working out or we are taking up a nutritional plan or a eating habit. We feel that it has to be very intense, like we have to work out for 2 hours in the gym, or we have to have a very strict eating pattern in order to get results. uh, Whereas the consistency, in my opinion, is far more important, and which we kind of ignore because we focus too much on the intensity. And since the intensity is high, the level of effort given is too high, and therefore we find it difficult to be consistent. So, just an extreme example I will give you, that a person runs a full marathon on one day, say 41 kilometers. Say, for the ease of calculation, I say the person runs 50 kilometers on one day, and then for the rest of the month, he or she does not do anything. On the other hand, a person runs 1.5 to 2 kilometers, say for 25 days in a month, and so the total kilometer covered is the same by both the people. 50 kilometers on one day, whereas 1.5 to 2 kilometers every day for 25 days in a month. So that will also give about 50 kilometers. So which is better? One day 50 kilometers and not doing anything for the rest 29 days, or is it 1.5 to 2 kilometers 25 days in a month? So it is easy to understand, although this is an extreme example, but I'm giving it for ease of understanding, that any day 1.5 to 2 kilometers on a daily basis is far more effective than running 50 kilometers in one day. So, guys, similarly, if you are in a workout routine, you don't really have to spend 2 hours in the gym in order to get results, and then do it only once or twice a week. Rather, spend 30 to 45 minutes, or at the most 60 minutes, in the gym. So, even if you spend 30 to 45 minutes, but you do it on a daily basis and do it at least 5 to 6 times a week, that is far more effective than spending 2 hours in a gym once or twice a week. Similarly, if you are on a nutritional plan, now you're following a very strict plan and just do it for a week and then you give up. Rather than have a moderate eating habit, which is more realistic, which is healthy, so that you can continue it for months together, or even years together, because that becomes a part of your lifestyle. So if the intensity is high, the level of effort is also very high. And as I always mention, that if the level of effort is very high, we will find it difficult to sustain it for a longer time, and we will be erratic in doing whatever we are doing. Rather than that, if we are having a moderate intensity, we will be more consistent with it, and that is what will fetch us better results in the long run. Further, the intensity also has the risk of injury. So, for example, a person who is running 50 kilometers in one day and not doing anything for the rest of the month, he or she will have a very high chance of injury, in terms of the muscles can get pulled, or the body can get exhausted, or anything else. So, the risk of injury is also very high in case of high intensity, which can also disrupt our health and fitness journey. That if we get injured in the process, then obviously our health and journey takes a setback for weeks and maybe months also. So that is why I always suggest to keep the intensity moderate, where you can easily do it, where the level of effort is not too high, as well as the risk of injury is quite less or next to negligible, and you can do it on a consistent basis, which will ultimately give you results in the long run. So that was a simple comparison between intensity and commitment, and my take, I mean, maybe people differ with me, but my take on intensity versus consistency is there is no question of any comparison, and consistency is far better than intensity. So, for example, even if you walk for 15 minutes in a day, you don't have so much of time, do it daily, on a daily basis, and you will see that you will be getting results in the long run, rather than just walking for 1 hour in a day in a week and not doing it for the rest of the week. Instead of that, walk for 15 minutes only, but do it on a daily basis, and you will see the difference yourself. So for me, consistency is far, 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 far more important than intensity. Right, guys, thanks a lot for watching and listening. And till we meet again, be healthy, be happy, and be safe. Thank you so much.